Hi, everybody. Oh, there's no light. Where's the light? Oh, there's light. Hi. Oh, oh my goodness, it's Tuesday. So I'm really sorry that we didn't get on here yesterday. And I'm sorry that I've been a little bit missing in action this past week, but my son graduated high school last week. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm not sure that he didn't just pull in the driveway, to be honest. Um, so we had academic awards, we had athletic awards, then we had graduation, we had dinner and lunch and all kinds of stuff. And my personal Facebook page is public, so if you want to see some pictures, because I think I put some here, but I put most of them there. And my baby had graduated high school, so and then we spent the weekend. Hey, Allison, we spent the weekend, Memorial Day weekend just doing lots of stuff as a family. And then yesterday started his first day of his training for his college soccer program. And I decided it would be a great idea if I did some running with him. I haven't run in forever. So I love running. I hate running long distances, but it was really fun, and my legs are sore. But it's been a great bonding experience, and we've been in the river with the manatees because, especially on holiday weekends, the state park gets so crowded that the volunteers are not always eager to sign up for those things. So we all take those shifts because we know we can handle it. And so yesterday I found myself in the middle of a mating herd of manatees, a very large manatee, trying to hide under my kayak while her boyfriend was trying to make a little manatee. So that was very interesting. But so I've been thinking a lot about um, the energy and the intention. And that's really what I want to talk about. Um, I think that there's two very, very different things. And I've been having this conversation all day long with a mom from one of the soccer teams that Dylan has played on. The coach is relocating, and the kids did not really get their end of the year acknowledgments. The coaches sort of just disappeared in ghosting, and not, and especially for the seniors on the team, it's really unfortunate. Some of these kids have played for this coach for a long time, and they're getting really kind of not kind of, they're getting the short end of the stick, and it sucks. And as a parent, there's only so much I can do about it. However, it got me thinking a lot about the energy and the intention. And then in working with some other people this past week, it seems like that theme has been coming up a lot, the energy and the intention. So I sat down today to pull cards and say, okay, what is it that I want to share with you today, knowing that this has been rolling around in my head. And so, of course, the cards reflect exactly what we needed to discuss. And so I want to be very clear that there's a very big difference between energy and intention. So let's see, what can I use as an example? Okay, so um, well, I can't, my mind just went, shoot. There's a ton of examples that I can give, but they're not all mine, and I want to make sure that I'm not sharing anything that that I don't have permission to share. So let me talk about the kayaks, because you guys hear me talk about the manatees a lot. So when we got into around the same time as we got involved with the manatee program, we were looking at getting kayaks for ourselves. We wanted to get some starter kayaks. We wanted to be able to go kayaking. We live in Florida. There's a ton of water around here. There's lakes and rivers and streams and springs. There's all kinds of stuff. I think there's like 93 places you can launch a kayak in Florida. My husband's goal is to try and hit all of them. So at some point, I'm sure that'll happen. So we started to look, and every time I look over at him while we're watching TV or something, he's on his phone or his iPad, and he's looking for kayaks, hunting for kayaks, shopping for kayaks, 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 kayaks. And finally, I'm like, okay, look, we need to have a budget for this. And I can see I'm looking at the price tags, and they're all like $500-$600. And if you want to buy new ones, it's even, it could be, I mean, you can spend thousands of dollars on a nice kayak. I said, I really am not, I don't want to spend that much money. So I set in my mind this intention that we're going to find a kayak that was going to be exactly the right ones for us, and they were going to be this much money. This was going to be the budget. So that was my intention. And then I started to put the energy behind the intention. And the energy I put out to the universe was, Thank you for helping us find the exact right kayaks for us for exactly the price that we have established. That was the energy. And so I'm putting that energy out after I had set the intention. So of course what happens is we go on Facebook Marketplace and there's exactly the right kayak and it's exactly the right price. It's exactly the price that I've asked for, and it's the exact kind of kayak that he wanted to get, and it's a perfect starter kayak for us. And so we go and we buy it. Now we have one kayak with two people. And so, okay, so now we have to, and we're laughing because we're manifested a kayak. So, okay, now we have to get another kayak. So okay, we get the kayak and we're like, well, I guess it makes sense to get the same kind because, that way we have, matching kayaks. They can fit up on top of the car. They're the same, whatever. And so, poof, manifested the exact same kayak in another color, same price. I actually think the second price was better than the first price, but same, thing. So when you put your intention out into the universe, that's awesome, but you have to put the energy behind it. And so yesterday I was talking with a woman that I work with, and I said, she was talking to me about how she needed to, create a car, and she's been, wanting to create a car, and she's been wanting to do this and this. And I said, well, why do you tell me about this car that you want? And so she launched into this whole thing about, okay, so Allison, you're on the right track, but this is the piece that I think a lot of people are missing. It's the energy. So we set our intention, and she launched into this whole thing about why this kind of car and what color and why it was going to be so great. And then she also wants to manifest a house. I said, well, tell me about this house. And so, she starts telling me about why she wants this particular house and what blessing it's going to be to her kids and what, all these things about this house and this car, and her whole energy and her whole demeanor changed. I said, that's what you need to put out into the universe. So it's not enough to just watch The Secret or read The Secret and set your intention and go, I want a new car. Okay, universe, provide me a new car. I've set my intention. I'm ready for my new car. I'm ready to receive my car. It's not enough. It's not enough. Now you have to put the energy behind it. You have to put the emotion behind it, the energy behind it. So with me, and I lead a monthly sister circle here in town. And if you're local to me and you want to be invited to my sister circle, please let me know. You're all invited. But I lead a sister circle, and every month in the sister circle, we do something called the ritual of the 2 cups. And so I really want to share that with you because the cards this week were so magnificent about putting the energy behind the intention. So when there's something that you want to create in your life, I love this ritual because it's so simple and anybody can do it. Grab 2 cups, a paper cup, plastic cup, whatever. Something you can write on with a marker, okay? Grab a marker, and what you're going to write on the first cup is whatever the current situation is that's making you unhappy. I don't have a car. My car died. It broke. I needed a new car. I don't know how I'm going to find a new car. Okay. On the second cup, you're going to write the perfect solution, the perfect outcome. I am so happy and it needs to be present tense. I have the most fabulous car. I have the most wonderful home. I have the most wonderful, whatever it is. Okay. And you're going to write that on the second cup. Now you're going to take a small amount of water and you're going to pour it into the first cup. And you're going to read what you wrote on the first cup. You're going to hold the cup, and I think you should hold it in both hands because I think it makes an energy circuit going from your hands to the cup and around. So it completes the circuit. Like if you know anything about electricity, it completes the circuit. So you hold the cup in both hands, you read what you wrote, and you really feel it. Feel the crappiness. And I know we never want to do this. Feel the crappiness. Feel the frustration. Feel that back against the wall, the whatever it is about the thing that is lack. Just feel it. And then you want to pour the water into the second cup. And now you want to read it, that cup, complete the circuit, hold it in your 2 hands, and really feel into that. Really feel into it. Feel the joy, feel the gratitude, feel the excitement, feel the just everything wonderful about a new house, a new car, whatever. And really create that and feel that energy. Because that's the energy behind intention that creates success in manifestation. So my girlfriend called me and she said, hey, we got a car. And I thought that was so amazing because we have done this. And, I always say it's amazing because the universe is amazing, but it's never surprising. Okay, let me be clear. It's never surprising because we have manifested kayaks, we've manifested jobs, we've manifested money, we have manifested cars, we have manifested all manner of things. And it always amazes me, but it never surprises me. And so I really wanted to share this today about the difference between intention and energy, because it's not enough to set your intention without putting that energy and emotion, that energy behind it. So of course I went to pull the cards today, and the first card, our anchor card, is clear your space. And I think a lot of this goes with clearing this space, right? And this space, the heart space, of clearing that space to be ready to allow ourselves to feel into the crappiness, and then to allow ourselves to feel into the joy. You have to clean it all out and make room and release distraction so that you can really focus on the feeling of the negative and the positive. I mean, or I guess maybe I should say the positive and the negative. We're so quick to want to feel the positive, we don't understand that we have to allow ourselves to feel the negative too. Louise Hay used to say that you can't clean the house if you can't see the dirt. And I think that's so important. If you can't acknowledge to yourself the parts that are shit, how are you supposed to be able to fix them? So clean your space, acknowledge the parts that are less than. You don't have to live there, but acknowledge the parts that are less than so you can move forward into the parts that are beyond amazing. Okay, so then the next card that helps shed more light on this is overcoming difficulties. And it was perfect because this is all about that, of feeling into the negatives, feeling into the less than, so we can create the opportunity to open the door, overcome the difficulties, clear them away, let them be released. Because so much of what is going on in our world, in our lives, that is the difficulties, are those speed bumps that we create for ourselves by the way that we react to things. And if we can let things roll off, it's so much easier. So the other day I called, my son is graduated high school, he's starting his training program for his college soccer program, and I called the gym and I said, hey, my kid needs a membership, do you do something for students, blah, blah, blah. And they gave me all the information and I gave it to him, and he went down to the gym and he got signed up, and it wasn't what I said and it wasn't what they said, and he just didn't want to mess with it, and he went in, he worked out, he came home, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's a lot of money. Let's make sure that you're not getting, is this taking advantage of young people? What's going on with this? So I called back, and the guy's like, oh, sorry. Well, the person who had signed him up, he was new, he didn't know, special thing for students, come back in, we're going to take care of it. I was like, oh, okay. But I know me, and I know how much I've changed. And I know that before that I understood how the universe worked, I would have called them and been like, hey, I called and talked to you, and you told me this, and you guys ripped off my kid, and what are you guys, da, 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 da. And it would have been coming from a place of hostility instead of coming from a place of full knowing that it was going to be okay. And so I called up, and the guy's like, hey, Sherry, yeah, we talked the other day. What's going on? And I said, well, this is what happened. And he pulled up the thing in the computer, my kid's membership, and he goes, oh, that's not supposed to be that way. Oh, we're going to fix it. Don't worry. We're going to take care of it. And we're going to give you this and stuff, and we're going to make that easy for you, and we're going to do all that. And they're just like, okay, because I just knew that the universe was going to make it better. Because sometimes we get it in our mind of what it needs to look like for us. And if it doesn't look exactly that way, we hold on to that with so much grip that we don't understand the universe is trying to give us something better. My son asked this girl to go to prom. They were going to go as friends. She had broken up with her boyfriend. He had broken up. He wasn't really dating anybody. They were going to go to senior prom. He asked her, and she said no. She was going with friends. And they kind of always liked each other, so he thought maybe this was his window, and he got really frustrated, really mad at the situation. And then he ended up going with another girl that they were friends, and they were actually better friends than he was with the first girl. And the second girl had broken up with her boyfriend, and they wanted to go to prom as friends. They had a blast. They ended up dating. They're having a marvelous summer romance before they both go off to college. And so the universe gave him something better. And the same thing happened with my other son, who was going to rent this house, crappy first house. They were going to rent, college kids, and they were going to rent this house and live in. He just needed a place to live for the summer, but he was going to live there for his senior year in college. I can't believe I just said that. But so it just fell through at the last minute, and he was all mad. And then as it turned out, he was living in an apartment, a beautiful apartment for the summer, because the girl needed a roommate just for the summer, his friend. And so he's going to live with this girl just for the summer in an apartment that is being fully furnished by her family, because she's going to live there all year. And he's just going to be there for the summer because her roommate can't move in until the fall. I'm like, oh, so the universe tried to give you something better. So we're so quick to expect the universe to give us something worse. And we're so programmed for negative and bad news. And we're so programmed for the universe to expect for the universe to try and screw us that we don't take the time to have that breath and give faith to the universe that the universe is trying to give us something better. So when you're looking at overcoming the difficulties, keep in your mind that maybe this is something that's a hiccup or a speed bump because the universe is trying to give you something better. That what looks like, oh my God, where's my kid going to live? I mean, literally, this came together. He had to move out of the dorm apartments on Friday, and this came together Thursday night. Okay, so there was that moment of, oh my gosh, what is he going to do? But in my heart of hearts, I knew it was going to be okay. And in the end, it always is. But we are so programmed to be like expecting things to fall apart instead of expecting things to come together. Okay, so the last card of our cards of the week is passion. And I love this because when you are feeling the emotion, you are driving the cogs of the universe. So whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, to manifest, to create, do it with passion, because the more you can put passion into the energy behind your intention, the more effectively and faster you're going to move the cogs of the universe to help create what it is you have set your intention on. So if you are lackluster in your energy when you set your intention and go, well, I'd really like to get a new car, that'd be really great, I'd be grateful for a new car, the universe is not working on that frequency. But when you are so invested and so filled with joy and gratitude for the benefits and blessings that are going to come from that new car, and the passion that it's going to bring to your life, because you're going to be able to do this and that and the other thing because of the new car, then that is passion that drives the cogs of the universe to start spinning and creating that opportunity for the car to come to you. So that's excitement. That's passion. And look, that's a kid. Can you see him? That's the kid that just graduated. And the girlfriend we talked about.
Oh, are you talking about us?
I was talking about you. Only good things. Only good things. So, all right. So I want to finish with our postcards from the universe, because this has made me just so happy. This Postcards of the Universe series from Colette Baron Reed. So I've been really enjoying this, and I hope that you guys have been too. So it says, dearest you, there are times you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. It happens to everyone. Something feels familiar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map that you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experience. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that's showing up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on. Special one. A beautiful life awaits. Love you so much, the universe. And I just thought that was so cool because I pull those randomly. I just trust that the universe is going to give us the right one. But you know what? It's talking about changing your intention. It's talking about changing what your expectation is, letting go of those past things, getting out of the denial of that you need to change, you need to open up, you need to allow the universe, you need to trust. So clear your space, clear your space. Allow the universe to help you overcome the difficulties. But remember, you have to see the dirt before you can clean it, right? So we've got to be willing to acknowledge that denial, acknowledge those things, those places where we've been not putting our full investment, our full heart into the energy behind the intention. And so as you're setting your intention, make sure you're including passion. Make sure that you're putting in your heart, your desire that goes with it. So I challenge you to try the ritual of the 2 cups. I'd love to hear how it goes and what you've asked for and what your results are. I think the ritual of the 2 cups is so spectacular because it can work so quickly. I've seen things happen in 20 minutes. So I would love to hear what you are asking for and how it goes for you with the ritual of the cups. For all of you that have commented, hello, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great week, you guys.